So, something that has been all over the news here, but is surprisingly absent on US websites I found, is the climate conference going on in Copenhagen from the 7th to the 18th of November, where basically all the leaders, all the countries of the world are trying to come up with a plan to save the Earth. Scientists say that the world in total should cut down about 50% of its CO2 pollution in order to prevent a 2 degrees rise in temperature, and those 2 degrees would cause all kinds of bad things like little long droughts or floods in other areas, really big storms, polar bears dying out, kind of bad stuff in general. And therefore, we need some kind of agreement with other countries in order to actually do that. The current agreement is the Kyoto Protocol from 1997, and that ends in 2012, so they decided to come up with a new one. However, Kyoto Protocol didn't really work because countries like the US weren't really participating, which is kind of necessary for such an agreement. So now, new negotiations going on. Kind of troublesome. The main problem is basically the division in the world between rich countries and poor countries. Rich countries don't want to cut down too much on their CO2 because they claim that they need it to fuel their economy. Poor countries, or more developing countries, claim that they need it to develop their economy so they can cut back on it. Problem. Another thing is that poor countries basically suffer most of the consequences of climate change, but they're not really responsible, so they're getting angry. You ruined the world with your industrial revolution. Now give us money so we can save it. And the rich countries are like, we can't do it on your own. You need to help us. We'll give you some money, but, get your shit together. The big difference is, in this negotiation round, is that the US seems much more open for it, and that they probably really want to contribute, which is good. Although they're still really critical because climate policy is expensive and doesn't show a result for a really long time. The prerequisite of the US in order to really sign a treaty is that China participates too, although China is not really willing to give up anything that could harm their economical development because they say that they need the economic growth to fight poverty, which is also kind of a big priority. The result is all countries are fighting while they should be saving the planet. International law, how you can drive me insane sometimes. However, all these countries still have to the 18th of December to figure out a plan and an agreement and numbers and money issues and stuff. So maybe there will be a really good plan. All the government leaders will participate in the negotiations themselves as well. Obama will be there on the 18th, so maybe he will save the day and save the planet along with that, which would be really nice. And if they do come to an agreement, lawyers have all of next year to fight over what kind of treaty it will become. Isn't it fun? Talking about Obama, there is a really funny t-shirt of him, I think. I found this on CNN.com, and basically when Obama went to China to visit, they forbid it, so now you go to jail if you wear it. Just kind of too bad for this man on the photo because he's, kind of internationally showed right now. Final piece of news for today is that something I'm personally really excited about is that they're gonna make a movie of Pride and Prejudice and zombies. It is the most awesome form of a Jane Austen novel I've ever read, and basically it's the story of Pride and Prejudice, but then there's an outbreak of a very deadly virus, and all kinds of town people turn into zombies. And Elizabeth Bennet had to balance her life between loving Mr. Darcy and kicking zombie ass, which is really cool. And Natalie Portman is gonna play Elizabeth Bennet, and I'm looking forward to seeing the movie. That was it for now. Maybe I will see you again soon. Hopefully. Bye.